I shared a picture this morning, and one of my buddies was like, "Man, what was that?" Because it just looks, it's literally three-dimensional in cardboard. It's got like tabs that are shaped and formed, but I had to have it because it was like one of the icons in Joe collecting for me. But it's 100% cardboard, and it's $1,000. Yeah.
See if I can. I'm not sure if this will.
And that's it. But it's 100% cardboard, and then comes with the 3 figures. And I had to have it. I was just like, what a weird, wild piece. I enjoy the crap out of that. Like, how does something? Let's see. 1982 is when it was produced. Think about the years on that bad boy. Cardboard. Yeah. I love that. What's up, guys? Allan here with Eternia Dreams, celebrating our 5-year anniversary. So it's 5 years in business, not 5 years at the mall, but it's been pretty crazy, man. We finally got a little bit of a slower point where we can walk around and show some cool things we've gotten in. And then, you know, got this stranger danger. But no, it's been really fun, man. We've been getting in a lot of new things. Mythic Legions has been a big push for us, especially because when we're doing a 20% off sale store wide. So like you've got guys that have maybe eyeing up something or something for their collection in particular. When they see it, they're like, oh, gotta have it. Now's the day to come down. So this entire weekend's been nuts. The OGs, man. Masters is by far the biggest realm for us. Like that's what people have learned from, and then we've ventured off. But I mean, there's just something super magical and special about a vintage He-Man figure, to say the least. Like, you're never even going to get toys anymore that you could put caps in, right? And then, like, that was just, that smell, I can still smell that, like, scent. Of course, greatest figure Motu ever made, Sancor. You know, look at the toys that made us, the documentary. Apparently in the factories making Sancor, the petroleum oil smell was making employees sick and were missing work. So, like, that's the fun part. But it's all the things you have to, like, you'd watch the cartoon as a kid, you use your imagination, and you could make like your own battles and your own scenes. To watch this line grow for the last 40 years has been nothing but magical, to say the least. So the brand has been up for about 5 years. I've been buying toys for probably 7 or 8. We kicked it off with live sales, and then I just was like, you know, I could do a store. I'm going to try a store, and then it just escalated bigger, 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 bigger. But a lot of it came down from, the whole start was, in order to have enough money to buy what I needed, I could buy a collection, sell a couple pieces, keep the things I needed, and it just became a snowball effect. And then eventually I'm at a point where, you know, I'm really limited to the figures I need. So it's a little bit easier for me just to go buy a collection, sell the collection. I'm not pulling much from it. So it's like that phrase, don't get high on your own supply. So I just did a huge tour all through Maryland and West Virginia. I was going to different toy shops, and I was getting 2000X figures. People were like, man, why would you do that when you have them here? I wanted that same thing that I was doing when I first started, where I got to go find it. They might not have it. I didn't call ahead. I didn't do any of the stuff that we do nowadays. I wanted to hunt the toys that I dreamed about, and I made a fun time of it. Hey guys, you want to go on vacation? We've been working 9 to 5 and you want to enjoy a little bit of life too? Well, now you can with this passport. This passport here from the cell. This is the passport of toy stores. You show this at any national airport, not international. I haven't got all my credentials figured out yet. You can travel for free. Southwest, get free 5 tickets right here. Okay, that was all a lie. But no, this is one of the freaking... It's just a fun way of enjoying toy hunting. So you look up on their website, they have an entire thing. You put your name like it's yours. We have our own stamp, which is of course our Axe logo, and then we would stamp it, and you just like a regular passport. It's all the places and the shops you've been to. So very cool touch that they did with those. And I mean, we've probably sold, I feel like 200 of these. You gotta send photos to this number, and we can have someone from our staff take a look at it before it comes in. Yeah, and it can be group shots. It doesn't have to be individual. I got you. Yep. Yeah, you just send us some pictures, and we'll see if that's something we want to purchase. Sounds good. Thank you. Really cool, dude. It's as much Spawn as we have back there, and again, this is one of those lines that is completely underrated. And besides Thundercats, it is the only line I have ever sold everything in one live sale. Because remember, like back at the first building, we would do like Thundercats week or Masters week. When we did, remember that Nick Spawn? We had like 700 figures sold.
Yeah, the entire aisle was wiped out. It was
gone.
ridiculous.
Yep. But, so, it is neat to see, like, I've never seen that one, the Viper King. And I mean, like, all the snake people are cool and popular anyway, so what was neat about McFarlane was they used all the real chain, you know. So, that one. I don't know, it looks like somebody, I've seen guys like that at shows. You know, a little crazy. I already have it, but I am personally working on, there's a photo of me as a kid, and I have like a table with my Grayskull and Panther riding the Superpowers Batmobile and the whole thing. I got all of those toys again to shoot my daughter in the same scene. So this was the Spawn I had as a kid. That's neat. But like, freaking man, I like the movie Spawn. Now these, man, I probably have 7,000 of these over there. But like, dude, look at the detail, man. We're never gonna get anything like that again. And if we do, it'll be $95, and you have to be a subscriber to something. That's the only way. Look at little Nicky Waffle. Yeah, like, dude, look at this guy. But these are all like, you always, I mean, I bet you I have a few hundred of this figure. But dude, when you're gonna sell them for $6 and $7, who cares? They got Alexis actually has that.
So when you buy a collection like this, what are you looking for?
For me, it's volume, right? Like back when I was a smaller shop and I needed any inventory I could get. You were trying to get, I'd buy one or two things here, one or two things here. But this gentleman sent me a picture and it was like 40 some figures. I'm like, okay, if you can get, I don't cherry pick, right? So say you have 50 figures and I'll give you $5 each. It's, now yes, some of them figures might be 15, 20, 25, but then some of them might be 2, 3. So you got to find that happy medium where I can get them, because like this line, they're going to sit for a little bit of time. It's great filler. So I focus it on that. Like this, never seen it, never had it. And it's the same Spawn we've had a million times, just solid green. So I just try to, I look for that kind of stuff. Like you just, like this lady here. There are so many variants of her. She's probably got 10 or 15 different colorways.
Today is absolutely insane. I feel like as soon as I get done checking somebody out, I go and try to do what I need to do next, answer questions from the sales team, and then someone else comes up, so I come back up, and I'm not getting anything done today.
Are you doing any of the DC Motu 2-packs?
Oh, no, because I don't even know if I'm going to do the, the 2.0s that are in this book.
Yep.
I don't even know if I'm going to do those. I don't really like the way they look.
Yeah.
I think I'm just going to do the general one.
I did one of every figure. So, like, if the 2.0 was different a little bit, I did it. But I sold all my DC figures because I didn't care about that part. I just wanted, because that was the only way to get like Battle Armor Faker, and then like your He-Man's different colors.
Oh, so the Battle Armor figure that's in this book is you got to get in a 2-pack?
It's that.
Oh, it's that one. Oh, okay, I didn't realize.
I did a segment on
well,
that.
Well, then yes, I'll be getting those.
Well, I need. So I just had a guy call about the Night Striker. Pretty ecstatic on that, especially because I'd end up buying that one because I was so unsure if the one I purchased online was perfect, right? Because you don't know. And it was too late. I was already on my way to another show. I was going to be there for a week. By the time I got back, my box was there. So I was like, worst going to worst. If it isn't what I need it to be, and that is what I want it to be, then I'm good to go either way because I'll just keep the things I need, and whatever I don't need, I'll sell. And it just so happened the one came in was perfect, and so now I have this great gem. I mean, that's an absolute grail piece. The box itself, never had before, and you hardly ever see them.
Like, just seeing those boxes is just...
I love that they did, like, all the illustrations are the Night Force.
Yeah, and it still has the Toys R Us sticker on the top. Because that's the only place you can get it. It's Toys R Us.
This thing was $29.99.
What is the price on that one?
$1,800. But you actually have the Night Force instructions. It's not just whale instructions. I've got a bunch of 3D printed veins, and I've got a bunch of the 3D printed veins. Blades and veins if you needed to use them.
So basically, you have those there, so you don't use the actual ones.
Yeah, the vintage ones are just too fragile. You don't want to do that. She said.
I was going to ask you, since you guys know your toys, I saw the wrestling line. You don't have any Scott Steiner? Anything?
I don't, and I think it's because he was doing a signing, or he is doing a signing locally.
Really?
Yeah, within 4 hours, because I've probably sold every Scott Steiner item I've had. But he was it at Retro? When was Scott Steiner? Someone just asked us, because I was like, no, I don't know.
Just
Maryland or Retro?
Might be. I thought it was Retro. Yeah, Big Papa Pump.
Yeah, I got to meet him at Richmond. I think it was a Richmond con.
Okay, that's the one I'm thinking. Okay.
Yeah, so I went there a couple of like last year, and so I got a picture with him. So yeah, he was the reason why I started bodybuilding.
Yeah.
So he was very nice, and I have all this stuff. I was hoping to kind of get back into collecting his stuff.
That's awesome, man.
Would you like a seat? I don't think so. I'm not gonna return it.
Yeah, keep in mind too, we have another store we just opened.
Where at?
20 minutes away.
Really?
The Gettysburg Outlets. So that's a lot more popular. You know, it's in a huge like an outlet with all your Abercrombie and all your name brand stores.
Is in the name is the same name?
Eternia Dreams. Yep.
Okay.
So what's gonna happen is the Littlest Pet Shop now has to get moved again. This is what I'm talking about.
It's crazy.
Alan, can you tell the camera what happened? I'm just recording now.
Someone stole a $4 toy. Well, the one day I was super upset because this was on my employee. The kid had, or it was actually an adult. Went to here. Follow me. This is bizarre. They took. Now these used to be 8-inch hooks. We made them shorter because of the bend. They took the entire hook, emptied it, went in the back. Now look, this is small. You could just be done.
Eternia Dreams, this is Nikki.
Instead, they opened all 19. And put the trash on the floor. Didn't even hide it, yo. 19!
What toy line is that from?
And left. Stole them all.
So I didn't even try to switch it for another thing?
We did. I found these Monday morning when I went into work. No one could tell me who touched it, who went near it, who was looking at it.
How much would you figure you lose in theft in like in a given month?
$5,000. is absolutely insane how good this looks. Like it even has a huge tail in the back. I'm gonna be opening mine. Any of the dragon related like figures, it's a must. So this is AWOC, which is Animal Warriors of the Kingdom. I first got a peek at them at PowerCon, and they've done nothing but explode. Like, phenomenal figures. You could get like your base figures, and then all the different weapon sets, or you can buy figures that are already pre-done up and change out their heads. I mean, it's you know, PowerCon exclusive has like a cool little thing for Beastman, but it was just a really different, intricate line. A lot of the weapons and armors go hand in hand with the Cosmic Legions and the Mythic Legions and like that. Two different companies, but just like 6-inch figures right now are so hot with Joe's, it all works out. Like this is my second or third reorder just for this wave 1 and wave 2 in the mall store. So I know wave 3 is on their way to us, and they say wave 4 is coming out shortly. So we'll be getting all of those, but that line's knocked out. Especially like for me, when I think Mythic Legions, I remember when they did the Battle Cat and the Panther as a figure. Dude, you're literally looking at like these crazy cat people. So this is the big dog stuff. So you got the Tropolis, which is before Mythics, and then you go into the Mythics. So any of your early ones, like the birds and stuff like that, are going to be way more sought after, a lot more expensive. But like me, I got into Mythics late. So I was going backwards and trying to collect figures and stuff like that. I learned how big the line was, so I had to really limit on where I could go backwards. But this was one of the figures that like I had to have. Like anything dragon related was phenomenal to me. And then they just did the new one, so that's a must. Oh my god, it would be. It's $500. Yeah, I can't keep that. Store has to come first every day.
Yeah, I'm looking just curious what was in here.
So, Alan, what are you looking for?
Lost cabinet keys. Lost storage key. Which is pretty common. Usually it's funny, whenever there's a key not there, it's always Allan. And everyone looks for me.
Allan already leaves the store.
But I technically did not have these keys. The two girls did. So I'm helping find the key that they lost. But a part of me inside is saying that I might have had them, and it's really making me nervous. So I'm hoping I find them. If I find them where I was at, then it was on me. But if I don't find them where I was at, then it wasn't on me. If that makes anything.
Yeah, it does make sense. It just doesn't make sense that there was nowhere to be found.
Man. Gettysburg. Hey, who opened this cabinet? We even asked you what cabinet you were at. And what's even worse, what's worse is that you both have lifted, touched, and moved every box, looked at every lock, but no one thought, let's look at the cabinets.
I was asking if I checked.
I would like my reward.
I was just looking inside.
I would like my reward of $900.
Master figure.
We came to the conclusion that if
I took mine.
hey look, we came to the conclusion whoever found it got 50% off.
Yeah, if we found we were looking to get 50% off of this.
Dude, right? Like I was like, man. Decisions.
Well, you know what? I'm just happy they're found, and now it's my responsibility to go
I'll check
and
for
get
you.
another storage key.
You guys gotta. Remember to ask customers they need. Give me that customer. Give me that key back.
Eternia Dreams, this is Nikki. How may I help you?
Should have got him to sign a paper.
Look, now I have the key.
Brings your total to $1,775.71.
Alrighty.
Thank you so much, man. Man, it just went. The Night Striker, the one we just got completely boxed, is gone. What I'm more excited about is the fact that it went to the same guy that got our Cat Slayer. He's been coming in every few months. He gets a lot of the bigger, harder pieces. So as soon as I realized it was him on the phone, I was like, yep, usually we'll take a deposit before we hold something of that nature, especially on a sale day. But when he said I'm coming in, I definitely want it. I knew I was comfortable. I knew it was going to sell. So I went over every step of the way with him, any conditions or anything I thought that someone should know, so that way you don't get home and you're like, man, they didn't mention this was wrong. So it's gone.
Good day.